Hey guys, welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today I thought it would be a lot of fun to just take you around my home and share some of my fall decor with you. This year I went with very minimal, very natural fall decor. I incorporated a lot of greens and neutrals, just a very peaceful, cozy space. So I thought, you know what, let's make a big cup of coffee, sip on it, and just kind of casually take you around and share what everything looks like right now. So go ahead and get yourself comfortable, get yourself a hot drink. It's a chilly one today here in Ohio. I think our high is in the 40s. Can't believe it. It's gonna be winter before we know it. But get cozy and let's go ahead and look around my home. Let's go ahead and start in the dining room. I just love this room. It's changed quite a bit recently, but it's still one of my favorite spots in the home. Our table is reclaimed pine, which matches our antique pine floors. And this is actually from Pottery Barn, but I bought it secondhand. I don't currently have a rug under the table. Just with kids and the dog and everything, it's just easier not to have a rug under here. At some point, we will probably have one again, but for now, keeping it simple. Our wicker chairs and our white Windsor chairs are both from Wayfair. So if I can link anything down below, I will for you guys. But I really love the pop of white here in the dining room. I think it really brings all that white from my kitchen into this space. So a couple of months ago, I swapped out our light fixture in here. I was kind of browsing the internet and found this really cool lantern pendant. The patina on it is so beautiful. I love that it's made to look like it's worn, when in fact it's actually brand new. I got it from Home Depot online. And the quality is just stunning. I love it. I love that it looks like an antique, but has new wiring. That's always a bonus. And then here on the table itself, I am somebody that loves to bring the outdoors in and have the indoors sort of be a reflection of what it's looking like outside. So whether you're clipping dried hydrangeas like I've done here today on my centerpiece, or maybe maple leaves or branches of some kind. Even sometimes you can go through a field and find weeds that are pretty. I mean, any way to sort of bring that natural element into your home, and it's free. You can't beat the price point. But I just have them displayed in this 3-gallon vintage crock, and I think it makes a really pretty statement here on the table. I get questions about this door quite a bit, and people say, why do you put stuff in front of that door? I have one of our extra chairs just sitting there. This door stays locked and we never use it. It's a second entrance onto the front porch, but it never gets used. So I have an extra dining chair sitting there. I've got some antique copper mugs hanging, and I made this hydrangea wreath a few weeks ago. And I love it. I think it is so, so pretty. And then I just have some vintage thrifted artwork hanging there. These curtains are fairly new. I changed these out for white ones just for some cozy texture and pattern for the fall and winter months. These came from Lowe's. And over here I have a simple vignette. I love this natural wood table. That was another Wayfair find when we first moved into the house. But I just have this floral arrangement that I made and shared in one of my recent videos and over on Instagram. So if you aren't following me over there, I think I did a reel sharing this. But I love the pretty burnt orange mums and the pears. And again, more of those dried hydrangeas. And then next to it, I just have a little pumpkin. This door is one of the first pieces that I sanded down and oven cleaned and refinished. This door is original to our home, which was built in the late 1800s. And I love that. I love that I was able to repurpose it as wall decor, and it's just a cool piece of this house. We will work our way into the kitchen, but before I forget, I recently painted the hutch. This color is called Mothwing by Sherwin-Williams. It's a very pretty sort of grayish taupe color that I am loving. And I just have my hutch styled with a bunch of different ironstone that I've collected. And then just for a pop of color, and because I have so many, I just have this bowl of Honeycrisp apples sitting out. These were picked with my son Grayson on a recent field trip. I have so many apples. I'm definitely gonna need to make some pie and some applesauce here soon. Okay, I'm gonna sit my coffee down because I feel like I can't hold my camera very well with it, but let's talk about the kitchen. It's very minimal. I don't like a lot of clutter in my kitchen, but over here, I don't know if you guys remember this from last year, I made this chalkboard sign. I just painted it with green chalkboard paint and then wrote out some fall bucket list items. And it's just a really sweet kind of DIY decor piece here in the house. I like to hang it here on the chimney, and that green color just kind of ties in with everything. And then over here is kind of like a little coffee station, if you will. I have the shelves super pared down right now, with just some everyday items. But over by my Nespresso machine, which I'm loving, by the way, I've had it for a couple months now, and I love to make lattes and have espresso. It's delicious. But I found this little basket at Goodwill. I got it for $2, and I just filled it with some grocery store white pumpkins. I've got my kitchen towel hanging up here, and then over on this vignette I have this one is called the Crushed Diamond Scentsy, and then I just have a little pumpkin spice wax melt in there. This came from, I don't remember where, I want to say a antique shop or thrift store a long time ago, and I filled it with some dried florals from Hobby Lobby. So definitely pretty simple, just little touches of fall. You don't need a lot. Slowly over here, I have this lamp that is super cozy at night. I like to keep it on, and I don't know, it just makes for a cozy atmosphere. It's from Hobby Lobby. I have some homemade granola in here. I think I shared that recipe in one of my fall decorating videos. Super simple, pumpkin spice flavored. And then I have this thrifted frame, and I printed out a digital print of these pears. This is from Mrs. Mustard Seed. She's an incredible artist. She's on Instagram. She has a blog. She's incredible. If you don't know her, go follow her. But this is her, one of her paintings. It's so pretty. I love the pears for fall. Again, tying in with that green. And then this isn't really, related to fall, but back in the spring, May-ish, I planted a little fern in this sugar dish, not expecting it to do all that well. And when I tell you I have neglected this thing, it's just been sitting in my kitchen for months and months. I hardly ever water it, and it's not growing a ton, but it's definitely grown, and it's definitely not dying. Like, I'm so proud of myself. Who knew? I don't know what kind of fern it is. If you guys know, let me know down in the comments, but it's a sweet little real fern that I still have in the kitchen. I expected it to die by now, but it has not. So I'm pretty proud of myself. And then to the left of my sink area, I found this vase at Goodwill, and I filled it with more of those dried hydrangeas, the same ones that are on my dining table. I have several bushes going down my driveway. They are incredible hydrangeas, and they are so pretty dried. And for those of you asking, I wait until they're almost drying naturally on the stem before I cut them. And then I cut them. I don't do anything with them, nothing special. I just stick them in the vase, and then they'll continue to just dry out on their own. So very easy to do. Have another little pumpkin there. And then I recently made this valance with some thrifted green fabric. It's like a plaid, super pretty. I just have it hanging up on a tension rod because I haven't had the time to have Caleb hang it properly. It's supposed to go so that it's flush with the trim, so kind of ignore the way it's hung right now, but it's really pretty. I really like it, and I'm kind of proud of myself for tackling this because I'm not the best at sewing. I try, but I'm not great. Moving over here, I have a couple of vintage Crocs. The large one there in the center, the 4-gallon one, is where I keep a lot of my potatoes and sometimes onions. I know you're not supposed to mix them, so I try not to. Sometimes I store breads in there. It just depends on the week, but it's a great way to hide stuff and still have it look pretty. I've got a bunch of vintage rolling pins and spoons and things in this one. And then this is a real pumpkin. This was kind of my color inspiration for the year. I just love that green. And then I have an antique ball jar full of kosher salt. I use a lot of kosher salt when I'm brining chicken. I actually use it to clean my stove grates. I use a little bit of kosher salt and some olive oil, and it works wonders. And then on the stove today, because it was a cozy fall day, I have a simmer pot going. That smells so good. Now I've been simmering it all day long, so it's not the prettiest anymore, but I did, I think I did 2 apples sliced up, 2 orange peels. I stuck some cloves in the orange peel and 4 cinnamon sticks, and then a splash of vanilla. And then I just keep adding water to it, and oh my gosh, it smells so good in here, you guys. So I think that's pretty much everything here in the kitchen. I love the way that the sun dances off of the tree in this room. The light is always so pretty this time of day. But we already talked about this room, so let's move on into the living room. I get asked a lot about toys and clutter and storage. I have 3 young kids, so of course I have toys, but they all pretty much stay upstairs for the most part. I'll hide Legos and things in these drawers, but if the boys bring down trucks or bigger toys, we usually just put them away in this basket, and then I tote it back upstairs. So this was a real life moment. I hadn't taken this upstairs yet, and so I wanted to show you guys that we do keep toys in the house, I promise. So this is our more formal living room, I guess you could say. But on this side of the couch, I have a vintage secretary that I've refinished. It's not totally decorated yet, so don't want to show you guys up too close. But it's not that pretty yet, but the piece itself is beautiful. I just need to find some pretty decor to put inside of it, and I'm kind of taking my time with that. Here in the living room itself, I have this really pretty rug. I have been loving this rug. It's an indoor-outdoor rug from Lowe's. I got it later on in the summer, and it hides everything. Everything. It has been awesome. I love it. I have this little coffee table here I've talked about before. It is from Wayfair, and I just have a vintage crock with some really pretty fall berry stems that I got from A Floral, which is a website. I can link those for you guys. I thought they tied in really well with the hydrangeas and some of the other colors I have going on. They are very pretty. I don't know if it'll focus, but I have them displayed in a couple places in the house, so I'm loving that. Here on my piano, I have another real pumpkin. This one is my favorite. How pretty is this blue color? I love it. Some more hydrangeas in a vase, and then a cozy, this one is a white cinnamon pumpkin candle. I don't even know the brand. I just liked the hobnail design on it. And then this little gold candle holder came from Hobby Lobby, I think. So just have that. Show you another view from over here. The chairs and couch are from IKEA. As far as the pillows go on it today, I just have a couple of, they're all older pillows I've had for years, so I don't know if I'll have links for you guys, but I've got some browns and greens, and I think that center one came from Home Goods. Just some taupes and neutral colors here. I didn't want to do too much pattern since I had a lot of pattern going on with the rug. Okay, here by the front door, I guess you could say this is kind of like an entry table, although no one really uses this entrance. This dresser is so beautiful. I love the little foot detailing and the handles, and believe it or not, I got it for free on Marketplace, and I stripped it down and kind of got all of the orange and red tones out. It is so pretty, so pretty. And I just have it styled with this vintage mirror, a lamp that I got at Hobby Lobby, this antique duck, I love him. And then I bought this urn with you guys on a shop with me video at a garden center, and I just paired it with some of those green stems that I just talked about that are on my coffee table. So I had some extras and just kind of stuck them in there. And then we'll go over here really quick. There's not a whole lot to see over here, but I'll show you guys. So this is a hall tree my mom got at a Habitat for Humanity store, and she painted it, and then she gave it to me when she didn't need it anymore. So I graciously accepted it, and I love that it's fully mirrored. It shows off the stairs beautifully, and I love that. But now that it's fall, I've got a little pumpkin sitting on top, and I've hung a scarf here. So I like to decorate with real functional things. During the summer and spring months, I had my sun hat on here, but now that it's cooling off, I've got the scarf. And then I've also got a little basket with, these are a little bit different. I already had these stems, and these greenberry stems came from Joann's. So I really love how this little area turned out. And now we'll go into my office, which I did not go all out for by any means. I honestly just kind of used some leftover fall decor that I had and spruced it up a bit, but I love this room. I spend a lot of time in here editing and working. But I went a little more traditional in here because I had a bunch of these whimsical floral stems from Hobby Lobby, and I stuck them in there. I've got some more of the dried hydrangeas, but these ones, this is what they will all do eventually, is turn this kind of brown color. So since these were a deeper brown, I stuck them in here and I've got a cozy candle going. Well, hi. Did you come to be in my home tour? Did you come? Hi. What do you want? You saying hi? I don't know what she wants. Do you need to go outside? Maybe. But Anyway, sorry. On the mantle, I have some more of the stems that I have over on the desk, and then some faux pumpkins. These came from Hobby Lobby. And my mixed tile wall. And then down here, I have my cozy fireplace going. And this does give off heat, which comes in handy during the cold days that I'm home alone working or editing. I can turn this on, have my heat on going in here, and I don't have to have my heat on in the house yet. So definitely comes in handy. Let's move into my parlor room, which for us serves as our TV room, den, family room, whatever you want to call it. I recently got this rug that is so pretty, so cozy. I love the colors and I love the plaid. It is from Target, I believe, and it was a really good price point too. But for fall, I just have those same blues and greens going on in here. I've got the blue kind of block print style pillows. I think these ones are from Walmart, and then that one there is from Target, which just pairs really pretty with the green hydrangeas. And this is a faux pumpkin. This one came from Hobby Lobby. Up against the TV cabinet that I thrifted and painted last spring, that's still holding up well. Up against that, I have this blanket ladder, and then up top I've got a basket full of those same green berry stems. I think they are so pretty and whimsical. And then I moved a wicker chair into that corner just because it was kind of an awkward space. It needed something. Nobody really ever sits there. I'm still kind of playing around with this space, but that chair came from the outdoor section at Lowe's. Alright friends, so I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope that it gave you lots of decorating ideas and inspiration for your own home. And I hope more than anything it was just relaxing and enjoyable to watch. Sometimes I love these kinds of videos where you can just feel like you're hanging out with a friend. I know I enjoy them. So if today happens to be the first time that you're stopping by my channel, I just wanted to say that I'm so glad that you're here today. Make sure you hit that little red subscribe button before you go today, and I will see you all really soon in my next video. Bye.